Alright, I probably forgot a lot of the voices, but let's just keep going. I think I remember Yoru's. I had to watch one of my other recordings just to figure it out. But here we go. Where are we at, by the way? Will it give me... No. Will it... No. Nope. Okay, go. I just realized I have a bloody... I have, like, a kitchen in my room. Why? This room is pretty dang great. I'm really just... Oh my god, this room is fantastic. Let's just appreciate that these windows are those kind of windows that you can, like, sit in and, like, look out and contemplate and have a monologue. But seriously, that's weird. That's weird that we have, like, a thing over there. Anyway, how long were they planning on making us use this room, I wonder? I don't mind this room now, do you know? Oh, sorry. The color of the walls, the bay windows, and so on are quite stylish. See, she knows what I'm talking about, like the windows you sit on. She says, have you forgotten that this is a boys' room? Oh, that's true. But Owen likes to keep things tidy and is a good person. I don't think that's got anything to do with it. Yesterday, some boys' trunks fell down from the shelf. What? Look at that ring. That black rose ring. That's gotta mean something. I thought that they were your shorts, your rose top boys, with those kind of underpants. That was a surprise. Come on, let's just give up and go back home. Or at the very least, let's not live in this dilapidated place and have him find a better dormitory. Could it be that you are seriously thinking about joining them? No, sir. To start with, they're thieves. Not all thieves are bad people, you know, like chivalrous and righteous thieves. They just did that for themselves, though, didn't they? Saying that it's a right to ignore the rules to fulfill your dreams sounds really selfish to me. Well, you're a bitch. I don't think you're in a position to call them selfish. What's that? Everyone's getting outside. Stuff cloth into the PO tubes so that bugs don't get inside. Then put the cover over the canopy. Hearing the noise that we were making, the two sisters came outside together. What are you doing? I mean, oh, sorry. What are you doing? We're putting the glider out there. From now on, it won't cause you any inconvenience. But the blade like this. They said it wouldn't rain for a while. Well, we might be able to do something about it. Kotori, did you say that part's not long enough? Seems like it. Would it really be okay in a place like this? I don't know, it might be. It's made from FRP, so it won't corrode and doesn't deteriorate easily. But that's not to say that it won't happen at all. That might cause problems with the strength, so when it's flying it might go crack. Or something like that. Wow! It would be good if they had a place where they could put all of it. Yeah, you're right. If there was a place like that. Hey sis, what are you thinking about? That we might be able to put it there. Uh-oh. Are you serious? If there's something you want to say, it's better if you just come out and say it. That's right, that's a good place! That voice rang out surprisingly well across the air on this sunny day off. It was just like it was being read from a prepared script, which might be because it was strangely monotone. Oh, I didn't say it monotone. Whoops. Everyone all stared blankly at her at the same time. Asa became timid. See, you were able to say it, so go on. Kaniga gave Asa a gentle push in the back. Asa took half a step forward. Asa, did you say there's a good place? Yes, the truth is I have an idea for a good place. Where? Kotori goes for it without hesitation. At times like this, she's the most earnest. Asa seemed like she was holding back as she glanced at Yaru, then pointed towards the lake. Over there! Stuff it in the lake. Is it really here? The place that Asa brought us. The place that Asa brought us to Windmill Hill. Okay, whatever. The area around here is supposed to be part of the renewable energy research facilities. This place has been opened up as a walking course. I nearly read that as a walking corpse, so that the citizens can enter it freely. But there's nowhere that looks like it would be able to house a glider. However, Asa climbs over the gently sloping hill. Behind her, Yoru was sulkily following her. Asa stopped in front of a large building that had been built on the edge of Windmill Hill. This is it! Oh my god. This is like, we're finding SKYHOLD! And Gia and I both made a face that seemed to say, who? At the same time. We knew about this building. It's been spoken of in legends. This had been here since before the windmills were built. Is this another witch's place? It looked like a research facility, or a storeroom, and had a somewhat mysterious appearance. How mysterious? We had just decided among ourselves that it must be a place for monitoring the water quality of the lake. Now that we look at it again, it seems more like a factory. It's much bigger than I remember. It doesn't look that big. In the past, we were going to sneak in here with Anshan. Wait, was that? That was probably her, right? Yeah. At that time, the door was locked and we couldn't get inside. Asa took a key out of her pocket and opened the door that had been locked. Come here, come on in. The 10-year mystery was about to be solved. As we stepped inside, our hearts pounded more than a sow. Oh my god, it really is SKYHOLD. Modern. It was a mess inside, just like SKYHOLD. There were several desks with outdated computers, documents, cardboard boxes full of junk, and to top off things, there were bottles of soy sauce and seasoning placed here and there, just like SKYHOLD now. From the things there, it seemed like there were signs of activity, but looking at the room as a whole, it seemed like it had been abandoned. It had an air about it that made it feel like it had been deserted and forgotten about. So this is what it's like inside. It has the kind of atmosphere you'd see in a zombie movie. Is it still being used? No, there's no one here anymore. It said that Grandpa and the others used that long time ago. Oh wait, why the hell did I jump to this voice? It's not so much an office, but more like a research center. What are they doing here? Oh my god, but we're about to uncover a mystery. Ajia goes ahead and starts looking at things in the room. I don't know. Grandpa said that it was one of his pastimes when he was young. Why did they leave it here and not have it demolished? This part of the hill belongs to Grandpa. Now it's just being lent to renewable energy research. So he's a big landowner. He made quite a lot of money from the redevelopment. I feel like I'm doing this voice wrong. It's supposed to be a girl voice, but I'm just like, hey guys, how's it going? He already gave a grin as she spoke. He's the chairman of the board for Keifu Academy and seems to be a local celebrity. The reason why he knows my mother might also have something to do with that. We were given the key by your grandpa and sometimes come here. Because we like it here. You're the one who likes it here, sis. I just come with you, that's all. Yuri was muttering under her breath. The reason why she was so sulky must be because she didn't want anyone else to use it. Well, apparently you guys are just chugging soy sauce in here, so... We, holding back slightly, took a look around the room. It's big, but we can't do work here. But there's no problem with us storing the glider in here, is there? Oh no, I don't mean in here. Huh? Asa totters over to the back of the room, passing through the door on the other side. Oh my god. What? Come on, this really is a SKYHOLD moment. This is insane. Oh, but I love it. Whoa! Sorry, was overwhelmed by how spacious it was. As I looked up at the high ceiling, my mouth was agape. This isn't so much a garage, it's more like a dock. Yes, it's a dock. I would have said hangar because, you know, that's what they use for aircraft, but dock is okay too. For building and maintaining ships and airplanes. That's judging by how vastly spacious it is and the equipment that's in here. Why is something like this in this kind of place? Grandpa said that in the past, he and the others built airplanes as a hobby. Oh, that was the original soaring club. He would always say, "This is where we spend our youth," like it was his favorite phrase. If it's Ace's grandfather, when it's possible that this would have been after World War II, when the first soaring club members arose. Actually, that's probably not true. They might have gathered scrap and tinkered around with machines. How is it? It's perfect! With this much space, we can make two at the same time! Yeah! There's no problem with the space or the equipment. Rather, there's actually more than we need. It's not that far from the runway either. It would be easier to transport it from here than from the school, which is in the town. Yeah. Let's bring it here right away, then we can soon start fixing it. We have to ask Aunt Jet to bring the truck around. Wait. Their eyes are sparkling like it's already been decided that we'll be using it, so I stopped them for a moment. Of course, it would be good if we could use it, but for Asa to say that we can use it for nothing in return actually makes me kind of worried. Yeah. You know the old saying, there's nothing more terrifying than free stuff. It's along those lines. To think that there would be such a great facility here. Is it really okay for us to use it? Asa had a meek look on her face as I asked. There is one condition! Asa spoke nervously as her voice became quiet, high-pitched. So it's really not for nothing after all. We brace ourselves for what condition might be. Please let me join you! As Asa shouted out her intentions, her voice echoed around the quiet dock. I might do some editing to make it like that. Please let me join you! It echoed for a while before gradually disappearing. I don't know anything about gliders and I can't do anything that would be of use to you. It would be good if I was like Yaru, or who can do anything. I want to join you in building the glider. At the last part, it sounded like she was going to cry, as she did her best to speak her mind. Katori. It's kind of a no-brainer, come on. Katori had a serious look on her face, as she was deep in thought. Katori had said so a few days ago. She said that, in actual fact, she didn't want any new members to join. We felt the same way, but of course Katori understood that given the circumstances, there was no way we could not let someone join. I guess there's no God after all. Hey, Asa. Yes? Why do you want to join us? Are you interested in gliders? Or is it because we seem to be enjoying ourselves? Nuts. Asa began to stutter as I asked her a slightly tricky question. We needed to recruit new members anyway, and we would be able to use these amazing facilities, so it would be okay for us to accept unconditionally. But I put those thoughts in the back of my mind. These thoughts that were hard to make sense of felt like they were stuck in my chest. I like this place. I sometimes came here with Yaru to hang out. Because Grandpa said that he used to build planes here. That's what I said before. Asa is just interested in things that fly through the sky. We came here on that day too. Then the white aircraft came flying across the other side of the lake. A white aircraft?
Until then, I had never even heard of the word glider before. Could that have been us by any chance? Which flight would that have been?
After thinking it over, we suddenly realized. Could it be... Was that when we did the first test flight? After completing the main wings, we went on our first test flight, and that was also the day that I piloted the glider for the first time. On that day, I flew across the lake to Windmill Hill. Then, when we turned around and headed back to the other side of the lake, I noticed that someone was looking up at us. That's it. It was two petite girls. Just like Katori, they were girls who liked gliders. I remember that was the impression that I had. So, Asa and Yaru were the ones here at that time?
Yes, maybe.
What is all this? I hadn't even thought about it until now.
Then, because I wanted to see the glider again, I kept coming here to wait for it. It gave me almost every day.
After the wind broke,
After the wind broke, we didn't fly for a while, did we?
It appears that during that time, Asa was waiting for us.
Then a while later, I think it must have been around the end of the summer holiday. Something bad happened at home, so I hid here for a whole night. When I woke up, light was shining through the window, so I went outside, and there were really beautiful clouds floating in the dark sky.
We instinctively reacted with surprise and looked at each other. Could it be?
Across the purple and big sky were clouds that looked like they had been painted with a brush, and I looked at them with Yaru. Then, over there...
Without knowing it, I was shaking. Ajia held my arm to stop it shaking. Katori's face went red and had at some point become engrossed in Ace's story. Why are we getting all Is it because we failed? If that's the case, my arms wouldn't be shaking, like I'd just been...
The glider was there, flying. You saw it on that day. At that time, I didn't even know that it was a glider, though. I knew that's what it was because you all told me. But I looked at it for a long time, until the pretty clouds disappeared.
Asa put her hand on her left arm and quietly closed her eyes. That does not look like she's putting her hand on her left arm. It was as if she was reliving the scene of them disappearing, like it was painted on the inside of her eyelids.
Is that the reason? Yes. I still don't know what I can do or what I want to do, but I can't help how I feel. I can't forget the spectacle I saw that day.
I noticed that Ace's knees were shaking. It's like she's scared of something. Rejection, probably. However, even though she was shaking, she didn't give in. She summoned her courage, as if there was something that she desperately wanted to bring up. Katori? Ajia gave Katori a gentle pat on the shoulder.
Yes.
Katori nodded. There was no need to check. We all felt the same way. This music always makes me laugh.
You are the only one! The only one who can become a new member! Welcome to the Sorry Club!
As of the day, you're one of us! As she was suddenly welcomed into the group, tears welled up in Ace's eyes. Her cheeks had already become as red as apples.
Is it really okay? But I don't know anything about gliders. There's nothing I could do that will be of any help to you, any use to you.
It's true that to build and fly a glider, you need expert knowledge and techniques.
But not all of the work is like that.
We were complete beginners a year ago.
Oh, no.
Isn't that right, Katori?
Yeah, it's not a problem. Just letting us use this place would really help us out of a difficult situation. Also, if you become an accomplice, we don't have to worry our secret being found out.
Felt like Atori said something both eloquent yet crooked, but everyone just completely ignored it. The most important thing is your feelings of wanting to fly through the sky.
Wanting to fly through the sky.
Ugh, come on. If that's how you feel, you'll be fine, right?
Yeah, that's right. In that case, I looked at the idea your best, Asa.
Asa seemed vacant as she wiped away the tears that had accumulated at the corner of her eyes.
Okay, I'll do my best, everyone.
As Asa cheerfully lowered her head in the bow, Yoru sullenly looked away. I'm not joining. Looking at her twin sister sulkily making her intentions clear, Asa had a troubled expression, but a smile then returned to her face. We took another look at the place that we were now able to use. My head soon started to fill with all the thoughts of what we would be able to do here.
Now we can finally get started with the preparations for flying.
Time, which felt like it was going nowhere, began to feel like it was accelerating. We did it. I'm so proud of everyone in the world.
"夜明けを越えて嬉しすぎる」